She ain't fast, but she's steady. Got a wheelhouse always ready. 4 feet down and 14 wide. Takes her sweet time with the rise.
Good morning. So we did not make it to Whites Falls yesterday. We decided after a long day, it was almost 8 hours of traveling, that we would stop at the top of the Big Chute and take advantage of the free dock that they have here. And there is Harry the Heron. He's just sitting on his little stoop there, watching for fish. And the lock doesn't open till 9, or the chute doesn't open till 9. So we'll get our morning started and we'll move over to the blue line shortly. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. Hi, buddy. Hi. Sometimes as vloggers or YouTubers, you're always excited to investigate new and/or different opportunities to get interesting footage. But I'm also reminded on this great loop journey how important it is to enjoy the special moments and open yourself up to meeting new people and hearing new stories and everyone's reason for taking this trip of a lifetime. So when the crew members of Restless and Pelican came over to introduce themselves and asked us to join them for Docktails, I had to pause and rethink. Do I stand and film the Big Chute in full action? Or do we meet up for Docktails and learn of different whys? We chose the Docktails. We also thoroughly enjoyed the great conversations, and I was fortunate enough to film our new looper friends the next morning being loaded onto the Big Chute and carried over to the other side. The Big Chute Marine Railway, located on Ontario's Trent 7 roadway, one of a kind in all of North America. Instead of using a traditional lock, the Big Chute carries boats right out of the water, across dry land, and gently sets them back down on the other side. It's one of the most unique boating experiences in the world. The story began back in 1917 when a small marine railway was built. Here is a temporary solution. The permanent lock was planned, but engineers soon realized that a lock would allow invasive sea lampreys from the Great Lakes to enter into the Trent system, a disaster for local fish populations. To protect the ecosystem, the marine railway stayed. In 1978, Parks Canada replaced the original with the massive carriage that we see today, and it is impressive. Here's how it works. Boats drive into a giant steel cradle that sits in the water. Slings, or the platform itself, will support the hull of the boat. Once everyone is secure, the operator starts the lift. Slowly, the cradle rises out of the water and begins its climb. Riding on the rails, it carries boats up to the hillside over a 60-foot elevation change. The whole time, the cradle stays perfectly level, so even large yachts remain very steady. On the far side, the cradle lowers back into the water and the boats simply motor away. So why do we still use the Big Chute today? There are 2 reasons. First, it remains a vital barrier against invasive species, protecting fish and our wildlife. Second, it has become a major attraction, drawing boaters, tourists, and engineers alike, all eager to watch this incredible machine in action. The Big Chute Marine Railway isn't just a way to move boats. It's a rare piece of living engineering history, an environmental safeguard, and an unforgettable highlight of the Trent Severn journey. Now that you know a little bit about the history, let's take a ride together. What you're about to see and hear is our boat being carried over the Big Chute. There will be no narration, no music, just the real sounds and the feeling of being lifted up, over the road, and back into the water. Please sit back and enjoy the ride.
You could just shut it down. You need to go, you go. Hi. Give me low.
And we're on the move. I'm just headed over the road. are literally hanging over the back of this thing. That's the rail that it runs on. And we're starting to go into the water. Side.
In the personal watercraft at the front, once you're floating, you're going to start up and head out. Good to go. We won't hold you any longer.
I'll let you guys know when you got a water line, when you get to start up your running. Honestly, like a boat like yours, like your boat is absolutely perfect. I could get like, I have that whole fuel on, and your shafts are protected, so it's yeah, sometimes, oh, it's not bad. Sometimes we get like these older style boats, like you know what they call like in California or something like that. They have 24-foot shafts. Those size they are, like anything over 38, you have to sit down on the deck and leave it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's those types of boats that give us a hard time.
Yeah. Yes, please.
So you got a water line,
Okay.
you need to start up.
We're gonna head out.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
go.
thanks, guys. Can you go out and check for water coming out the back?
Yeah. always have to make a security call coming through here because you actually come from this angle and you come around this very sharp corner, so you can't see boats coming or going. So it's always very wise to make a security call and warn any vessels coming through if you are a wide vessel yourself. A lone kayaker. This is Starport, and it's just above the last lock before going into Georgian Bay, so you can get gas, diesel, and pump outs. We're filled to the brim, so we don't need to stop today. That's the Raleigh Resort, and we stayed there last year coming through. That's a different kind of looking boat. Aquatica. Or that's the name of the boat. We're at Severn Lock, Lock 45. It is the last lock before going into Georgian Bay. And we started off this morning at the top of Big Chute, and we have made it thus far. Our plan is to anchor out near Bosley Island in Georgian Bay. So as you can see, the flag behind me, there's no wind. It's a perfect day. We're just floating around here. There aren't many boats waiting. There was a lot of boats ahead of us, but we're the last one to go into the lock right now, so we didn't bother tying up to the blue line, and we'll just go into the lock when they are ready to have us join. Thanks for watching. It is a fun lock to stay at. There is a free wall here, part of the Parks Canada, and then the actual lift is right there, and there is an ice cream store and a restaurant, and if you're so inclined, you can also stay at the Raleigh Resort. And I did post about the Raleigh Resort on my video of us bringing the boat home. So if you'd like to check out that, go to our first video of bringing home our trawler. as you come out, you have this to go through. So it's a navigational yuck. Busy out here today in Georgian Bay. We are anchored at Papoose Bay in Georgian Bay, And the really cool thing about this spot is we have old neighbors that we lived right across the street from that are on that island, and we're able to caboose over to see them. And this is Georgian Bay tonight. And this is how tucked in we are. We're very safe. We're in like 13 feet of water maybe. And we have done a little spin, but we're here with a couple of other boats tonight. But look at those beautiful rocks that are right there, and how calm the water is. Just wanted to let you know that we are in Papoose Bay, just off of Beausoleil. And so we dinghied over yesterday to see them, and today we're going back to see them. And I'm gonna go for a swim. I'm freaked out about snakes. Hopefully there aren't any. I just wanted to say a goodbye video in case a snake gets me. Love you guys. Have a great day.